Hello and welcome to Zabbix for beginners. Last video monitoring. Before I start, my name is Ali Reza Rizvani. Yes, this is my last name. Okay, let me show you something. Cool. A couple of days ago, my boss came to me, told me, "What does Rizvani mean?" Yes. I replied that Rizvani means uh, paradise or someone who belongs to paradise. And he told me we have a couple of Rizvani's car. Wow. Yeah, they are Rizvani car. Hmm. I hope I hope this car belongs to me. Anyway, so in the previous videos, in the introduction, we became familiar with the our scenario, practical scenario. In the first video, we installed the Zabbix, and after that, we installed the components and what is the architecture of the Zabbix, and also how we can add hosts and something like that. Here, we became familiar with templates, the SNMP templates, and here in the fourth videos, we uh, install Zabbix engine and used tem Zabbix engine templates. And in the last video, previous video, we configured auto discovery. And now we want to use monitoring because we installed Zabbix to monitor the network. So in this video, I want to give you a couple of tips about how you can monitor your device in a better way. For example, what is the dashboard, what is the triggers, events, maps, and something like that. A couple of guys, someone who watch my videos asked me to explain about the maps and slideshows, so I've added these to my video now. Okay, let's jump in. What is a dashboard? So, dashboard is an environment. Is an environment which you see. This is the dashboard of airplane. You have all things handy here, so you can do everything you want from dashboard. In the Zabbix environment, we have admin Zabbix. We have these in the monitoring part dashboard. We have these for monitor everything, and you can this is a dashboard. If you can add something here, you can remove something here, you can apply filter here. So what is a dashboard? It is dashboard exactly like your machine dashboard. So if something bad happens here, you can see what is the issue, what is the last 20 issues. Here you can add your favorite graph. I'll do it. Favorite screen. I'll do it. Or favorite map. I'll do it. I will add all of these later. So that was dashboard. Easy peasy. Next, I will come back to dashboard when I configure something, for example, maps or something like that, and you can see dashboard in practical way. So, what is the next? Triggers, events, and graph. So, in the monitoring triggers, if you add any triggers or if you have configured any trigger, you can monitor them here. I will show you in a couple of minutes. An event as well and graph as well. For example, for graph, I can say in the host one, for I don't know, this is the graph of uh, fast Ethernet 00 of router 1. So what do we have here? We have a couple of, in the host, we have a couple of devices based on our practical scenario. Yeah, not this one, but this one. Oops, big. Let me make it suitable for I have no mouse here. Okay, this is our practical scenario. Bum. Okay, good. So we have a couple of routers here. We have a couple of servers here, and we have configured all of them on the Zabbix based on our previous videos. Okay, so as I have explained triggers, events, and graph before, so let me jump in to the next section. What is the maps? This is a cool feature. Maps actually is a feature helping you to have a big overview. This is a big overview of your network or infrastructure. For example, this is your Zabbix server connecting to different devices. If this device is done, you can see right away this device is done. If this device has a problem with SNMP, you can monitor it, and you have all of your network and infrastructure in one screenshot. This is a summary. If you need more information about maps, you can go here, meaning zabbix.com product documentation. I'm using 2.4. Here you go. So you can jump to this what you call URL, and you can find more information about maps. But what is the catch? It is not a catch. The issue is the map needs to be configured. So you have to configure map before using. So what is the step? The step is this is my term, tap. Map, tap. Think and plan. What does it mean? It means this is your Zabbix server, and your Zabbix server is monitoring your router or any environment. It is cloud, and this is your router. So your Zabbix server is monitoring this router, for example. You should think, what is your preferred criteria? What is your preferred factor to monitor in the map? You know that you are monitoring your devices. For example, in the host, you are monitoring all of the devices, for example, at the moment by SNMP. So if I jump to monitoring graph, I can see what is the incoming and outgoing traffic. For this interface, I can monitor the CPU usage or other things I can monitor based on which template I'm using for. But you can use these criteria. You can use, for example, you can say, hey, if at the moment I'm explaining the step one, so you should think about that. You should say, if, for example, bandwidth is less than something, less than X, please let me know. If CPU usage is more than something, let me know. So you should think about which criteria do you want to use. So at the moment, I need to know, because as I'm monitoring my device based on SNMP, so and based on different triggers I can monitor, and I can send an email based on the triggers and action which I already have configured before. At the moment, I want to know that if this site is done or up. So I will use ping for do it. For doing this, I have to add template ICMP ping for any host which I want to use. I want to monitor in the map. For example, I want to monitor R1. Going to R1, templates, select template ICMP. Yep, here you go. Add update. So for R2, template, select ICMP, add update. And for R3, for example, select ICMP update. So what I've done, I've added template ICMP ping for my host. The next step is create a map. So jump to the Zabbix, going to configuration, maps. You can use these pre-configured maps or you can create a new one. No difference. I will use this one. This is Zabbix server. It is connected to your Zabbix server by default. I want to add another host. Let's see. Yes, at the moment using I'm speaking about this one. So add a host icon. This is the icon, and you can say, hey, what your type is host. Which host? This is, for example, R1. I can change the icon. It's not necessarily, but you can do it because it's handy and it makes sense. For example, router, apply, and I say you are connected to the Zabbix. Please note, I'm dragging and try to catch both icons together. After that, my mouse going to link, click link, something will add here. I say, so we have a link and you can see there is a green line connecting Zabbix server to your router, and here we have row is added. So click on edit. As you can see, if the line is okay, the color is, for example, green. I can add for link indicators another triggers. Add. So from which trigger do you want to use? For which hosts? I can say I want to use if R1 is unavailable. Click, select. So if R1 is not available, change the link to the red. Apply. Done. Close. Close. So let's see what happens here. This is my topology. I'm trying capture this line. Okay, as you can see, the IP address 192.168.1.200. Let me make it as a filter. Source IP is 192.168.1.200, which is my Zabbix server. Is sending a couple of things, include SNMP request. Why SNMP request? Because I've added to the configure host R1 template for this one. Because of SNMP device, so Zabbix server is sending SNMP request for 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 achieving SNMP response, and also Zabbix server is sending ICMP. Do you see? Yep. See, what is ICMP? Is ping based on this template. So this the responsibility, the functionality of this template is pinging host, and based on, okay, jump back to this template, and based on the items and triggers of SNMP, template ICMP ping, we can catch which host is done or which host is not done. See, host name is not is unavailable by SNMP or by ICMP. This is exactly what we have done in the map. Map local. Oh, I forgot to update it. Okay, again, a bit faster. You are host. Which host? R1. You are router, so I have a router symbol. Catch both of you, click on link, edit, add a new trigger from R1 template. Which one? This one. Okay, so add, if you can, if you want, you can add more. Enough for our scenario. Apply, close, close. Very important, update. Okay, now here we have something. Let's jump back and make this a bit bigger, this map. Jump here. For example, you should be 400. Update. Good. Another one, 2, 3. Oh, let's change the name. It is R1, for example. Apply. Okay, R1. You have R1 here. This is host. R2. Which host? R2. This is the router again. Apply. Okay. Add link. Okay, no. Oh, okay. Both elements should be catch. So I say U2 link, edit, add. This time R2 ICMP. Apply, close, close. And the third one, easy, R3. Which one? R3. Apply, and oh, not you. I can say R1 or 2. No, none of you. I jump here, catch you, link, edit, add from R3 templates. Why I don't have any let's jump update here, go to the host R3 template. Oh, I didn't add. I think I haven't that. Anyway, ICMP ping add update, jump back to the configuration map, this one. Okay, good. Edit, add trigger for R3 template ICMP and apply. Okay, close, update. Okay, I haven't changed the icon of R3 because it's not necessarily, so suppose that this is one of my server in the environment. Okay, good. So you have this ability to change the position of or location of the what do you call your host here, and create a map exactly like your topology. At the moment, I'm from Zabbix server. I'm monitoring RX, R2, and R3. So here you can see the ping is going. And why we don't have any reply? Because I have filter here. If I clear this filter, you can see request, reply, request, reply, again, request, reply. From 200, 192.168.1.200, the Zabbix, which is Zabbix server, is pinging 201, and 201, which is my router, is replying. How you can realize that? This is my router 1. Okay, so conf the interface facet and 00. I close this one. It is his update. Now I jump to, let's see what I have here. Yep, we have done this. Check to monitoring. Check to monitoring part. Jump back to monitoring. In the map environment, we have this map. Cool. So what you can do, you can click on Zabbix server, send ping. You can see Zabbix server can ping itself. You can jump here and say, hey Zabbix server, please ping R2. Zabbix server will ping R2. Okay, so you have a couple of script here, for example, trace route, detect operating system, see the graph. For example, you can say, okay, I want to, for router 1, see the lastest data. Okay, wow, in the ICMP, what is the last data? For example, packet loss is 0%, ICMP lost. Or for interface, what is the lastest data? For example, here you can see the graph. If you go down, you will see what is the traffic, for example, 6 kilobit per second. And what was the change? What was the difference from previous time? So you have all of the lastest data here. Again, monitoring map. So if you want to see the graph, you can jump from here. If you want to see the inventory, you can jump here, and so on. So at the moment, what do we want to do? We want to say, hey, Mr. Router 1, your interface is shut down. So it means the link we're down to show IP interface brief. The link is down. Here we can say, hey Zabbix, Please ping this server. Zabbix try, but Zabbix server cannot ping this server. So after a while, I put the refresh. You can see router 1, router 2 and 3 is okay, but router 1 is not okay. Router is unavailable by ICMP. The link became red. Good. Jump back, say no shutdown. Good. Do show IP interface brief. It came up. Put the refresh. Hey, came back. You don't have to put you don't have to refresh the page. I'm doing because I want to show you the result, because after a while the page refresh automatically. So that was the map. Easy. Good. What is the next topic? The next topic is a screen. What is a screen? You know, I think the best way of explaining what is the screen is showing it to you. Okay, jump to configuration, screen. I've done before. Let's delete it. Delete. Create screen. I say, for example, what I want to do. R1 interface. How many column do you want? Column, let's put 2. How many row? Let's put 2. So here we have 1 column, 2 column, and 1 row, 2 row. So we have 2 column and 2 row. You can remove one of them, or you can add. Okay. For example, here in the first cell, I say put clock, for example. You put the clock here. Here I say I want to have from graph. Which graph? As from router 1, for example, traffic on this interface. Add. Good. You can put from another interface. Let's do something else. I say graph from router 2. This interface. Add. Okay. So done. So it means I have to change the name. So I jump to edit. I say router and router 2 interfaces. Update. Okay. That was a screen. Monitoring in the screen. This is a screen. Clock, router 1 traffic, router 2 traffic on interface 00. Easy. So if you have different screen, you have different screen here as well. For example, if you put in the configuration screen, if you add create a screen, screen 2, add and put, I don't know, on the screen 2, put everything you want. Let's see. You can add another screen here. For example, you can have a screen including a couple of other screen. But let's trigger triggers from host servers, templates, from templates. Add. This is only an example. So in the monitoring, in the screen you have two screen here, one, two. Okay, so done. But it's hard to have, it's hard to have. For example, suppose that you have a couple of screen here. It's hard to say, okay, screen one, I want to see, or screen two. You want to have a facility to do it automatically, so you can use slideshow. Actually, slideshow is a feature, cool feature, and uh, allow you to allow you to have different screen. For doing, you say you go to configuration, slideshow, and create a slideshow. I say R1, R2 triggers and triggers. So and here you say which screen do you want. I say R1 and screen 2. Select. Okay. Default delay, I say for 5 seconds. Okay. Add. Jump to monitoring. In the screen here I say I want to see slideshow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey. No, sorry, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So slideshow shows the screen automatically in the every 5 seconds or every delay time you have configured. For example, here I said this is 5 seconds, so in the monitoring screen slideshow you have 5 seconds to change the screen. You can add, if you can add, I don't know, 10 different screen. You can put it in the big LCD and put it in your network. So done. Easy. Okay, Zabbix for beginners is done. This is Zabbix for beginners. So first video, or maybe video number 0, which was introduction, first video, second, third, fourth, and 2 last videos, the Zabbix for beginners. Zabbix for beginners is done, and maybe after a couple of times, if I got a free time, I will explain Zabbix Advance, or maybe I don't know. I'm thinking about the website. To be honest, please, if you like these videos, share these videos and let's other to use. Have a good time. Bye.